So most of the classical evolutionists there is a problem with most of the classical evolutionists. They all are, or most of them are, armchair anthropologists. That means they never venture out of their comfort to go and do field work. They'll just sit there in the library or in their college, or they'll be in their home. They just used to collect the travel note or the diary or whatever the merchants, missionaries, or traders they bring back, or the colonial administrators. And they used to refer that, read that, and they have constructed the theories based on the second-hand information. So we call them as armchair anthropologists. James Fraser, in this process, right, he made one very famous book called as The Golden Bough. This is bow, golden bough. Bough means can say a great stronger arm or a big branch of a tree. That's the meaning. Okay, he made a book, the very famous book, The Golden Bough. In the Golden Bough, right, James Fraser, he discussed about how religion evolved over time. According to him, religion evolved in 3 successive stages. That is magic to religion, and religion to science. So this is how religion evolved over time according to James Fraser. First, let us discuss what is this of magic according to James Fraser. Magic, right, broadly we can classify that into white magic and black magic. Okay, Manikantha is here. So on one fine day, right, Manikantha is reading very well, and everyone around him, right, they are so jealous that, hey God, next year this guy is going to become IAS. I cannot tolerate that. He is I just pretend as if I am his good friend, but in reality, right, I cannot tolerate him becoming like this. But I wish all our students, right, will be there in top service next year. Somebody is thinking like this, maybe our Manikantha's neighbor. They cannot disturb, they cannot go to his home and they cannot disturb his study. Many times they can call him, hey Manikantha, come, let us go to movie. Or No Time to Die has been released, come. Or Daniel Craig is right, he is acting, last time he is acting as James Bond, come let us go and watch. He said, no, I have my exam, I cannot come. They say, what this guy is doing, how we can disturb him. Then they may go and approach a person, a sorcerer or a witch, a person who is indulging in magic. In villages you might have heard about him. They used to do all tantra, all these things, Billy Sunya. So that guy, what he will do, okay, you want to disturb his studies, right? Let us do it, that's not a big deal. But can you do some small help for me? Can you try to bring some object which he had touched? Maybe a part of his dress, or maybe some portion of the hair, so just without his knowledge, try to cut that. If you're not able to do that, at least try to collect the soil over which he had stepped, the objects which he had touched, bring that, Using that object, right, we can do some black magic. He will really get hurt. He will become sick. Like that they will do. Here there is a law here. The law is, we call it as law of contact. This law of contact it states that once in touch will always be in touch. But this law in magic really works in the case of anthropology. Once when we establish touch with the subject is so interesting, this will always become a part of our life. We will never think about moving away from anthropology. Once in touch, we'll always be in touch. So the belief is, see, now I have touched this glass and I have left it. But this law believes that though I have moved out of this object, the touch will always be there. And if you do something wrong or if you harm this, that will indirectly affect me. This is law of contact. So law of contact believes that once in contact will always be in contact. Yal Chirmang is saying in Meghalaya, black magic is a big problem for the most. But my question is, I will just come to your thing, please wait. So there is one law of contact. Law of contact, it states that once in contact will always be in contact. If a person establishes contact with one material object, that contact is always be there. So if you harm that particular object, indirectly you can harm him. This belief, right? This is a law of contact. Next law is law of similarity. Then suppose the guy says, no, that guy, my neighbor, he is in New Delhi. I am here in Bengaluru. I cannot bring anything, any object which he had touched. But I want you to harm him. Then what that tantra will do? Okay, leave, there is one more solution. Let us make one small doll. Just like him. And let us pierce that object using a needle. Or let us just rotate his hand and just break it. See, the same thing will happen to him. That means same action creates same result. Here the belief is the same action, a similar action creates a similar result. This is law of similarity. So magic is based on these two set of laws. Our primitive man, they had no idea about science, and magic was the first form of belief. He believed in something. He believed in something supernatural. And sometimes people also do white magic. What I discuss now is of black magic. For example, the Pueblo people of New Mexico. Pueblo Zuni of New Mexico. This is there in United States of America. These Zuni people, right, they are horticulture people. They have one peculiar practice. Suppose if it didn't rain for a long time, if there is a continuous drought and if there is a water shortage, these people, right, they try to do some imitative magic. Law of similarity, right, we also call it as a imitative. Imitative magic. So they used to climb the nearby hills, and from the top of the hills they will roll down. There may be some boulders there, right? Boulders. Boulder means large stones. Okay, stones, right? Like that of a size of a water tank or even larger than that. They will roll that down from the hilltop. He'll push it down. And when it rolls down, it creates a sound, a huge sound. And that sound may be similar to that of the sound of a thunder. So this sound, because of the rolling of the stone, this sound mimics the sound of a thunder. They have a belief that it's a thunder which sends rain. As thunder sends rain, the similar sound which you make, this will also send some rain. This is a belief. This is a belief. This is not a religion. They are not worshipping any god here. This is an example for white magic because they do it for the betterment of the population. They do it for something good. We call this as white magic. So black magic, right, we do it for hurting others, for hurting someone. Okay. And slowly when as the human culture evolved, people realized that every time the laws of magic is not working. One or two times, right, the magic may work. But every time it is not working. So slowly, right, religion, when the magic couldn't serve all the purpose, it made people to believe in, oh my God, nothing is working. Then we need to believe in God only. Let God not to give something to us. So slowly, magic got evolved into religion. And when we reached the peak of our civilization, this religion further got evolved into magic. Sorry, the science. So in your answer, right, you are supposed to draw one small flow chart. You can add this flow chart in your notes somewhere. Magic to religion. And religion to science. Now I will come to the question of A.L. Sharma. He is saying that in Meghalaya, black magic is becoming a big problem. This is also a problem in most of Africa, in Alaska, even in the United States of America, right along the Rocky Mountains. This is a very big issue, black magic. But if I just ask you, my dear students, how many of you believe in this black magic? Everyone will say, no sir, there is nothing in that. I won't believe. I do not believe. Guys, please text me if any of you believe in magic. Any of you believe in magic? You'll say there is nothing like magic, nothing like black magic. These are just some cheating. I'll tell you one good example to explain this. Some 15 years back, I was there in Chennai. I still remember as a bachelor I was there. One person, he used to provide me food. It is his wife who cooks there in the home. It is a homemade food. And we feel as if we are eating in our home, and that guy serves us. But the problem with him is lunch he will come and give me by around 2:30. After giving food to me, he used to travel another some 4 or 5 kilometers in bicycle, where he used to provide food to a few doctors and nurses. I have asked him many a time, hey guy, what is wrong with you, man? Can't you, how much money you are making? Can't you buy a small motorcycle, a small bike, so that you can provide us food in time? He said, sir, I cannot do that. My own aunt, my mother's sister, she had did a black magic, sir. On the day I touch a bike, I will die. I cannot think about a bike. I cannot think about a bike. See, people while doing black magic, suppose if this guy is doing black magic to this person, he is the target. Somehow what they will do, they will try to communicate this person through some third person. Hey, go and tell him that we are doing black magic against him. See, the guy I'm saying, right, he's born and brought up in Chennai, the so-called the civilized areas, our metropolitan city in our country. When a person from the metropolitan city, when he believes in this, think about the most primitive of primitive people who live inside the jungles, who live deep in the villages, who do not have any idea about science. That guy was a graduate, in fact. So, the black magic or white magic is largely psychological. It's largely psychological. Why to tell? Why to go to that extent? Say, I am teaching anthropology. We believe that we know all these things. Some 6, 7 years back, my brother-in-law he went abroad, leaving his mother alone in home. And we couldn't either she couldn't come there because of some constraints. She was staying there alone. One fine day, she called us and said she was crying. My wife asked her, what exactly happened? You tell me politely, what exactly happened? Why you are crying? No, nothing. There were some neighbors actually. Their home is hardly some 200 meters away from their home. They always have some issue with them. Today morning, one lady from that home, she was walking in the street and she carried one lemon. And that lemon was dressed with vermilion, the red kumkum which used to keep here, right? Our ladies used to keep here. It was dressed in that. She took that, she kept it straight in front of her home, she ran away, it seems. She kept saying, why she did it? I'm fearing. See, after listening to that, we said, see, listen, nothing will happen. You just take that, you just throw it away. Nothing will happen, just leave it. But though we said that, right, for the next 2 days, even we are a bit disturbed. God, why is this? Why they are doing? Is she safe? We kept calling her again and again. So these things, be it religion or be it magic, all these things have psychological utility. And black magic is to that extent vast, it can psychologically ruin the people and it can very easily take them even up to death. Many people have died because of black magic, not because the person who is doing the magic is so powerful. It is a psychological thing. And why to that extent? To our students, so you are preparing very hard for the examination and just you are going to enter the examination hall. If somebody, right, if they, in the rural areas you can see, they will use small metal plates. And in the metal plate something will be inscribed. And they'll tie it in a thread. And they may tie it here, they may tie it here in the neck. So just before entering the examination, somebody comes to you. Or sometimes, right, lemon. Lemon is something that is very much used for black magic. If somebody brings a lemon near to you and they drops it into your pocket and they run away, how many of you will have the courage to say, yeah, this is a lemon, right? Clean it. I'll make a lemonade, I'll drink and I'll go to the examination. Psychologically, it will ruin us, right? This is the utility of magic. And most of the time, white magic have lot of positive, lot of utility in the survival of the society, in survival of human beings. It is capable of absorbing the stress. I told you about one condition where the Pueblo Zuni rolled down the boulders from the hilltop. So what exactly happens here? By doing that, right, at least temporarily they will get relieved from the stress. Yeah, we have did it right. See, wait, today or tomorrow it will rain. So temporarily it gives some break to the stress. Got it? Okay. So are you comfortable with the evolutionary approach in the study of religion? The one given by E.B. Taylor, animism, and then the one given by James Fraser. Please do not forget his book, The Golden Bough. It's a very important book in anthropology. Yeah, fine. So next is the functionalist approach in anthropology. The first was the approach given by Bronislaw Malinowski. So before that, I need to introduce who the great Malinowski is. So born in Poland, and then he joined as a professor in Cambridge. And from England, right, he was about to do a research among a few tribes who were living in the Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Islands, right, that is a very important source for our anthropologists to do a lot of work. Australia, New Zealand, and there are a good number of islands scattered in this region. We have Melanesia, Micronesia, French Polynesia, Solomon Group of Islands, New Caledonia, Fiji, etc. So collectively, Australia, New Zealand, and this group of islands are called as Oceania. Malinowski, he was about to do a research in some distant Pacific island, somewhere here. All the way from England, he traveled and he was there in Australia. He was there in Melbourne. So by the time First World War broke out, when First World War broke out, see, though he is from Cambridge, he was born in Poland. So British were a bit apprehensive about the intention of Malinowski, and they almost stopped his activities. They didn't permit him to move further. All his finances got frozen. And by the time the Australian government, they know about, there are great anthropologists here. Even Emil Durkheim was working here. They know about Malinowski. And what they did, they said, we better know your intention. Your government is going a bit mad, but do not worry. We will allow you to work in the area over which we have our administrative control, over which we have our suzerainty. Then he moved here to Papua New Guinea. From Papua New Guinea, what he did, there are some small group of islands here called as the Trobriand Islands. Okay, so it is here we have the, somewhere here we have the Trobriand Islands next to Solomon Sea, Solomon Island, Solomon Sea. So what he did, he went there without revealing what exactly was the reason behind his arrival there. He said there, I'm just waiting for my ship because war broke out, I couldn't do that, I'm waiting for my ship, can I just be there for some time. The islanders are so happy to host him. They provided all the essential, all the best possible hospitality to him. See, he almost became a part of the society. He mixed with and he was there for 2 full years. And he studied in details about all the aspects of culture, and he wrote one very famous book, that is The Argonauts of Western Pacific. The Argonauts of Western Pacific. Argonauts means they are the Greek warriors. Greek warriors. Okay, who sailed for longer distances fighting for the country. So he named them as Argonauts of the Western Pacific. Along with this, he also wrote one more book in which he narrated about the difficulties which he had faced during his stay in the Trobriand Islands. How insects used to bite him mercilessly, how snakes used to venture into his hut, and how many times, right, he after getting food poison, how he used to vomit, all the difficulties, right, which he had narrated there. By this, right, he had set a trend in anthropological research for the next generation of anthropologists to follow. So how an anthropological research should be. So what Malinowski did, right, that is the correct way of doing fieldwork in anthropology. So about he's a functionalist, where he focused on the functional aspect of culture. For him, every aspect of culture has a function, be it the food which we eat. The function of the food which we eat is that provides us energy to survive. The dress which we wear, this gives us comfort, this protects us from sunlight, etc. The language which we speak, we are using it for communication. So every aspect of culture has a function, and the culture functions to meet human needs. He also gave one approach about religion, that is functional approach. According to him, the function of religion is to relieve the human minds from stress and anxiety, so that he can focus on, single-mindedly he can focus on the activities which he is doing. So what is this? That let us discuss in our next lecture. Now, Jaranga Nijo. Jaranga, where are you from? And the name of most of the people from Northeast, right, our brothers from Nagaland, Manipur or Mizoram, sometimes, right, I find it difficult to know whether they are boy or a girl. Okay, please do not mind if I misinterpret the things. Is it important to study the biography of anthropologists? There is no need to study the biography of anthropologists, but it is like a story, right? I will be just discussing about a number of anthropologists. In paper 2 alone, we need to focus on the life of few anthropologists. That Kavita ma'am will discuss in length about Sharat Chandra Rai, Nirmal Kumar Bose. Okay, Nirmal Kumar Bose, B.S. Guha, there are a number of anthropologists about which, right, I told you about Van Führer, Hemmendorf. Then, right, like that, there are few anthropologists about which, right, but by the time when you reach that stage, we'll be having good idea about them. You will speak about, oh, sir, Malinowski, I know him, sir. He did this work, he did that. Radcliffe Brown, sir, I know, sir, what he did in Andaman Nicobar Islands. You will become so comfortable with these people. So when you discuss that, this will not be a headache for you. Okay. So you are from Arunachal Pradesh, Jaranga. Good. Awesome place. Arunachal people, right, they are known for one very important thing. Hospitality. They are the best known people. They are the best known people for hospitality. I had two friends from Arunachal Pradesh. Oh my God, the cool and composed nature they are. If they speak with them right, you always feel like talking to them. What a nice people they are really. Okay, so fine then. So let us continue our discussion from the next lecture. So slightly I will increase the speed hereafter. Okay, fine then. So have a great day. Let's meet again tomorrow. Guys, one small thing. As we have a detailed test schedule that will be starting it soon. So, but few students are insisting on answer writing. I'm so happy to see your enthusiasm. So, I prefer I will give you, so today from today's topic, you possible try to write one small article about animism. You take down this. So write that, and either you can WhatsApp me directly. That will be fine. Okay, that my number is there in that group. You share it to me. I will give you my inputs. So thank you. Have a great day. Let's meet again tomorrow. And I hope anthropology is not so boring. Thank you.